Good morning, world.
Good morning. Today we have two stories, and both are about black men standing up for black women.
Whatever a woman is.
Yeah, no one knows.
I'm sure you've seen this 100 times, gone viral at the Oscars with Chris Rock.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a big deal to say Jada Pinkett Smith's name. He was just messing around.
Name out your fucking mouth!
What was that?
What was that? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so if you didn't see it, we're gonna play. Well, that just happened.
This is not fun anymore. I want to forget all about this. I'm Cedric.
And I'm Brian, and this is Cedric and Brian. Alright, welcome back. So I know you guys have seen this 100 times. It went viral, and my question was it real? Did they do it because they know that the Oscars ratings are so low because the films they nominate, nobody even watches anymore?
Yeah.
So we're going to kind of break it down for them.
All right,
And then
sounds
you
good.
guys can make a decision on this. Here's the setup. It's basically Chris Rock. He's going to be introducing some award, and
He is praying that Will Smith wins. Like, please, Lord. Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane jump.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
I'm going to, okay?
got a little uncomfortable there.
Hello. I still got PTSD when I got slapped earlier. I'm reliving it.
All right, so
There it
here,
is.
I just had a couple things I just want to... So the first thing is right about here, okay.
Like, please, Lord.
I know you've probably seen this, but
Jada,
watch
I
this.
love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
Okay, look at Will Smith. He is laughing.
He's laughing.
He's
Yes.
laughing.
Yes.
And then Jada decides that she's decided to be offended by it.
Yes.
Because then you see her look. And Chris Rock saw her look.
Yeah.
But then eventually it looks like, I mean, they didn't show it, but Will Smith must have seen her look. Well, how can he get upset about that, but they have an open marriage and he doesn't mind her having sex with other guys?
She can have sex with other men, just don't talk about her.
Talk about her shaved head. And she does have alopecia, so there's like a spot on her hair that she doesn't grow hair anymore, so she just shaves it. It's easier. But again, we used to do things with the roasts. Remember the great celebrity roasts?
Yeah.
And they would dig into people and
Hardcore.
and they just laughed about it. So, but then right here, it's like, this is when he's like, oops, what's going on? All right, so after Will's already been laughing, then we look right here. Now notice Chris's arms never leave his back.
Yeah, normal reflex is to put your guard up and do something or move or whatever. He did none of that. Unless he was so caught off guard, unless he was thinking, this really can't be happening.
Could, but I think he wasn't prepared. Are you prepared?
Like Brian says, are you prepared? Do you have enough food, water, and other essentials to get you through tough times? If not, check out My Patriot Supply. They're the nation's #1 preparedness company, and they've served millions of American families just like yours. Right now, you can save 25% off their popular 4-week emergency food kit, which will keep you well fed for 4 weeks worth of breakfast, lunch, dinner, drinks, and snacks, totaling over 2,000 calories a day. This food stays fresh for up to 25 years in proper storage, so it will be there when you need it. In fact, you may need it a lot sooner than that.
So don't wait. Go to www.preparewithcedricandbrian.com. That's www.preparewithcedricandbrian.com. So
Gotta be prepared.
The last piece about this, and we won't beat this dead horse too much, but he's an actor.
Yeah.
They're both actors.
Yeah.
he did hit him. The microphone is sitting right on Chris's lapel right here. Mm-hmm. You can see where his hand hits the lapel to give it the loud pop sound. Mm-hmm. Boom. And the hand is about at his chin, not his face. And that's kind of a Hollywood type slap.
Right.
So, and again, and afterwards, if you follow just to the end here.
Oh, wow. Wow.
See, his hands are still behind his back. Yeah. He never touched his face.
Yeah, because normally when you've been hit, you go like,
yeah, you feel it, or you make like a face. I'm not saying it wasn't real, but look at Will Smith's face there. He still has a smirk on his face. It's not like a mad face until later when he sits down and then showing you the good actor that
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
He says this right here.
My wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
So now that's a serious face. Yeah, and the girl behind's like, uh-oh.
Is it the Lupita? Yeah.
Because before they were still laughing.
Right.
And then he said it a second time. So again, I don't know. It might have been real. He might have thought, I got to stand up for my woman. But again, this is what's funny because you go on Twitter now and the left is totally standing up for Will Smith.
Of course.
Yet they're the ones who say you can't have toxic masculinity. Mm-hmm. What's more toxic about a man going and having violence on somebody for making a joke?
Yeah.
I mean, he just said a joke. He didn't.
No one has dubbed them this, but with the left and all the actors and actresses, they think they're the part of the elite crowd. Will and Jada, they think they're the elites of the elites.
Yeah.
So you do not talk to the king and queen that way. And this all came up in 2016 when Chris Rock cracked a joke on Jada. That stemmed from that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He said something along the lines of, Jada Pinkett wasn't at the Oscars in 2016. So real quick, Chris Rock said, Jada Pinkett's not here. It's very similar to me not being in Rihanna's pants. We weren't invited. And I think Will Smith is still carrying that over into 2022. But we've talked too much about this. Let's move on to something else.
All right. So the next one we're going to talk about is, again, another black man standing up for a black woman. So that's the theme of our show today. So the other one is Cory Booker.
Yes, senator from New Jersey.
I don't care.
You're from New Jersey? Okay. I know you don't. And the SCOTUS to be Ketanji Brown Jackson. She sits through an interview process of 30 minutes with each person. And we're going to go through a few clips here, one with Marsha Washburn, some other people. Cory Booker decided to take his 30 minutes and not ask her any questions, but just heap and laud praise upon her the entire time. So let's roll clip number 1, and we'll see what's going on here.
After me, only 5 to go. But sit back for a second, because I don't have questions right away. I actually have a number of things I just want to say.
So basically, he's just telling her, you are so awesome, you're incredible. I'm not going to ask you any questions, so relax.
The look on his face, too, he's just so over the top.
Let's go to clip number 2, where she talks about her sentencing guidelines.
It is almost comical if it was not so dangerous. Because the next time a judge comes before us on the right or the left that has a body of work like you do, gosh, one of the some performance artists on our side could pull out one of the cases where they were below the sentencing guidelines. Say, for example, it was on something like as horrific as rape that we all agree is horrific. And they could suddenly put themselves as the defense. How dare we put someone who's soft on crime? Well, are you soft on crime? God bless America.
He's saying, God bless America that you're soft on crime. And I think most people...
Is he saying that?
And that's what I got out of it. It's how dare we judge you for being soft on crime? Well, God bless America. Huh. And here's the thing. Me and Brian have to be honest up front. You can find this clip, and we'll put the link in here. Some of these things are taken out of context. We're taking clips out of this. Yeah. So we're not saying that what we're saying is right because we took bits and pieces here, so you don't have to watch the entire 30 minutes.
And I'm relying on Cedric here. He did the homework for this one.
Oh, good Lord. But it's just weird that he's saying. What did you think he said?
I don't know. It was kind of taken out of context, so I wasn't sure what he meant there, and I'm not sure where he was going with that. I just know that from listening to the critics, especially on pedophilia, she's gone below what the sentencing guidelines are. So she's shown to be soft on pedophilia, which, it's one thing to be soft on maybe drug crimes when you haven't sold anything and this is the big thing. If you're caught with weed or something, and why are they throwing you in jail? And okay, we can have a debate about that. But child pornography and pedophilia, I don't think that's something that we should go soft on crime on, because we know that the recidivism is huge.
Yeah.
People don't really reform, whereas, carrying a little extra weed is probably not going to hurt anybody. Now, if you're selling cocaine or selling crack or heroin to people, yeah, that's a detriment to society. And we can have a debate about how those people should be dealt with. But again, we're talking about child stuff. We're talking about pornography. We're talking about pedophilia.
Yeah.
And so the critics, I think, have a point. And Cory Booker trying to turn it around. Again, they always make the straw man, and they bring in a different argument to try to counter that argument, when that's not the argument.
Yeah.
That's where I got out of it.
Yeah, clip 3 here, Cory Booker goes on to tell her about that she has achieved this great success. She's achieved this great plateau as a black woman. And here's the thing, this thing that really bugs me, one thing. It's always about gender. It's always about race.
You know what Bill Maher said?
What?
I just saw this clip. Bill Maher was talking. Bill Maher has been kind of saying stuff that we've been kind of agreeing with a little bit. And we're like, oh, maybe Bill Maher's getting a little red pill. But then he was on the show talking about this. And he said that the GOP, first he said, well, the first black person on the Supreme Court was a Democrat, Thurgood Marshall, right? Mm-hmm. Then the second one was Clarence Thomas to fill his spot. Right.
We have the first black woman. Let's go back, for some of the people who don't remember this also. The first black we ever had, we've only had 2. Thurgood Marshall, 1967. When he died, it was George Bush the first was president. And so they accepted the idea that there was now a black seat on the court. And that's how we got Clarence Thomas. Now, I thought it was not exactly cricket to give the black seat to someone who didn't represent the majority of black thinking in America. But here's the difference.
I guess it's so funny. These guys think they're so liberal, and yet they just put something in as a monolith, as Cedric always says, that you're supposed to think a certain way because of the color of your skin. How come white people don't get that? Yeah. White people can have thoughts on right, left, middle, extreme on both sides. Why can't a black person have that?
You're not allowed to. We're going to watch this clip first, and then I'll come back and tell you what Senator Tim Scott had to say about everything, which I think Tim Scott is right on point.
And tell me what it meant to her to watch you sitting where you're sitting. And you did not get there because of some left-wing agenda? You didn't get here because of some dark money groups? You got here how every black woman in America who's gotten anywhere has done, by being like Ginger Rogers said, I did everything Fred Astaire did, but backwards in heels. And so I'm just sitting here saying, nobody's stealing my joy. Nobody's going to make me angry, especially not people that are called in a conservative.
I don't know where he was going there. He kind of filmed that in the middle. I didn't get it.
Well, I disagree with one point. He said, you didn't get here by some left-wing agenda. You did. Because the whole agenda was, I need you to be black. I need you to be a woman.
Yeah.
So right from the start, that's where he came from.
Well, Cory Booker, I watched him so many times over the past couple of years. And he's like this. He's animated. Yeah. He's always got this smile
He's a great storyteller.
On his face. But he usually makes no sense.
Right. The left does a lot of playing on emotion. Yeah. He's really hyped. He's a great storyteller.
Well, he got her to cry.
He got her to cry. And so he's reeling people in with this incredible story about this poor black woman who was forced to go to Harvard and somehow, some way made it. And to compare it to like Harriet Tubman and Rosa Parks, it's not the same thing. And what he's saying is, you've gotten there like every other black woman has through hard work and persistence. So what he's saying is, no one else does that. Everyone else does, they cheat, they lie, they connive, but she is the only one that has done it through hard work and persistence and integrity and things of that nature. And I just don't agree with that.
Yeah. He said he was going to elect a black woman, but then she couldn't define what a woman is. So
and that's sure. The thing. So how do you know you even qualify? You got one down. I want to read what Senator Tim Scott said. He's the Republican senator from South Carolina. He said, this morning I met with Judge Jackson and we had a pleasant conversation about her background and career. It is clear that she has impressive credentials as a jurist, and I'm grateful for her willingness to serve this country. As I have done for all judicial nominees, my decision will ultimately come down to a comprehensive examination of her record and judicial philosophy. Isn't that what it should be for everyone?
Yeah.
And he said, I look forward to a respectful and thorough hearing process beginning next week. Not once did he bring up color. Not once did he bring up gender. He said, I am going to judge her. I'm going to pick her based on her merit. If her merit doesn't meet what I'm looking for, she's out. But I think the left knows that. So like if we question about anything, it's like, oh, see, they're being racist and they're being sexist. They didn't give her a shot.
I mean, she's going to get confirmed. They've got the numbers anyway. She's going to get confirmed. It doesn't matter. The next person, if she doesn't get confirmed, they're going to bring another left-wing judge. It doesn't matter what their gender or their color is. It's going to be a left-wing jurist. So confirm her. You know what you're going to get. You know, it's unfortunate that she was soft on those type of crimes, and but you know.
Well, the same 81 million people that voted for our current commander-in-chief, this is what you wanted, and I think Kamala Harris said it. She said, sometimes you get exactly what you asked for. Be careful what you ask for. Don't get caught up on all this woke stuff and vote for people just because they look like you. Make sure they have some principles and morals and stuff that you want to follow. Yeah. This clip is common. It's Marsha Blackburn, and this is where I got into an argument with a friend of mine, and when Marsha Blackburn to define what a woman is. So we'll play this clip really quick.
Can you provide a definition for the word woman?
Can I provide a definition? No.
Yeah.
I can't.
You can't?
Not in this context.
So
I'm not a biologist.
The meaning of the word woman is so unclear and controversial that you can't give me a definition?
Senator, in my work as a judge, what I do is I address disputes. If there's a dispute about a definition, people make arguments, and I look at the law and I decide.
Well,
so I'm not.
The fact that you can't give me a straight answer about something as fundamental as what a woman is underscores the dangers of the kind of progressive education that we are hearing about.
And that's it. And that's kind of the reason that's important, because people out there like Cory Booker saying, you know, how dare they ask that question? Again, with all that's going on with Leah Thomas and all of the sports, and it could go into the Olympics and wherever it leads to, it may reach the Supreme Court, and I think there's 2 cases before the Supreme Court now that have to do with gender and sports. So if she can't define what a woman is, how is she going to adjudicate these cases?
Exactly. And there's some people that yell like, oh, sports aren't that serious. Stop worrying about the small things. I've said this over and over again. Every time we give up the small things, we look up 5 or 6 years down the road, and the larger and larger things are taken from us. So we have to fight these quote-unquote small things, as some of you may call it.
You don't think that's a big thing?
I think it's a big thing.
But did you hear what happened in New York?
What?
Remember how we talked with the Kyrie Irving thing? Mm-hmm. Guess what the mayor of New York pandered to now? He said for athletes and entertainers, you don't have to be vaccinated to go to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How is that fair?
He's watering things down now. Yeah.
But so all the cops and the firefighters and everybody else, it's okay that they're fired and can't go to work?
It's a huge game. You thought the game would be over by now, but they're still playing it.
But I mean, to your point, sports aren't important. Well, that's sports. Now those people are so elite, they're being put on a pedestal. And us peons down here, if we live in New York, we still better get our vaccine and do what the government tells us. Yep. But if you're an elite athlete, you don't have to, because the revenue.
And that's what Senator Blackburn was saying. She said we have to take care of this now, and she did that on purpose. And like I said before, as a good person does, she said, I'm not going to ask a question I don't know the answer to. She knew what her response was going to be, but she says, I don't want to say it, because if I say it, then I'm being racist. I want you to tell the people that you don't want to say what a woman is, so that I can hear who you are. So not only that, we're going to end with this last clip. So now we're talking about, we don't know what a gender is. We don't know what woman is. Now we're going to go a little bit into CRT and watch Ted Cruz close out with this here.
Either assigned or recommended. They include critical race theory and introduction.
It's in the title.
They include the end of policing and an advocacy for abolishing police. They include How to Be an Anti-Racist by Ibram Kendi. They include literally stacks and stacks of books, and I'll tell you 2 of the ones that were most stunning. They include a book called Anti-Racist Baby.
And these are books that go ahead.
I was gonna say, where did he get these books? Are these books that she had, or what?
This book's a roommate of hers from college is on the board, and so she's putting all these books into the curriculum.
Ah.
But to say that she's playing the role like I'm not aware of this. Like she said with Marsha Blackburn, she goes, I'm just a judge. People are gonna bring cases to me, and I'm gonna judge them, but I don't want to get into all this. What is gender, and because she's gonna help perpetuate that.
Yeah, but we knew what we were gonna get.
Yeah.
We knew we were just replacing one progressive judge with another progressive judge. My fear is Clarence Thomas went to the hospital, and I just hope he can hold on. I don't know. I don't think he was that sick, but if he goes down, then he gets to be replaced by Joe Biden.
Joe.
And, it's going to be another progressive judge. And I don't care. We try not to play the color game. I don't care what color the person is, what race, what nationality. It's going to be a progressive. White, black, brown, it doesn't matter. If it's a progressive, it's going to go against a lot of what Cedric and I believe the Constitution talks about, because we've seen it over and over again with some of these rulings.
All right, so we just wanted to share that with you guys. Get out there and vote in November. We have a big election coming in November. We got to turn the tables there.
Yeah, we got time. Okay. In the meantime, we'll be filming from the swimming pool this summer.
There you go. There you go. All right, guys, thank you for following us. Make sure you like, subscribe, ring that bell, and continue sharing our channel with everyone you know. And don't slap people. Until next time, I'm Cedric.
Right.